Hello everyone, it's me, MrSneakyy, and today I am going to be going over some open field commentary on Server 32, so stay tuned for the juicy gameplay footage. So yes, we're going to be going over some of the combat you can see on screen with Server 32. We're going over BD Alliance and the DS Alliance. So don't forget guys, like it pops up on screen, to like, comment and subscribe to the channel, where I am an official Call of Dragons content creator. With all that said, let's get into some gameplay commentary with Server 32. So on screen we are watching the BDO Alliance, which is the Blood Dragons, I think, or Blood Oath Alliance. This is where Echo Gaming, I know, is, and Pluto, I believe, is also in BDO, I believe. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong there. But we can see some other familiar faces like Midas, who is in Super Server 1. But they are against the Dragon Chinese Alliance, DS on the right, as well as some other families, which is DH as well as DA. But you're going to see those throughout the videos. So right now, what was happening when we was checking it out on the live stream was the DS were basically pushing into the BD Alliance here, trying to get some territory. But let's see how BD basically handles this, because they do a really good job in the open field. So when you can see at the moment, the Beast, which is the giant that was summoned by the DS members here, is being controlled by the Beastmaster, but it is heavily being focused down by a lot of the mage and the archer players, as you can see. And by being focused down, it's basically almost coming out of action, right? It's getting so low that it's almost going to die at any point, and if it does die, obviously it's going to go on cooldown for between 5 to 6 hours, right? It could be even longer depending if you've got really bad tech. Obviously it can go even lower as well if you've got some decent tech, right? So it's a really key thing to keep your behemoth alive, especially for DS here, because if you've noticed, DS are pushing in the center, trying to gain control of the map and using this giant here in the BDO murder balls to almost act as a front line, as well as to cause a bit of chaos and pressure for them to gain that space that they need to obviously kill the units. The DS murder ball, though, when you do look at them getting hit by multiple AoE effects, are getting very low. They are in the red zone here, even though they're chasing down Canic in the BDO Alliance here, but it's nothing for them to worry about. The giant is again their main priority here as an alliance, and you can see it getting absolutely melted down. And just like that, a beautiful defensive hold by BDO on the left side here, now going for the aggressive push, with even Capon's using his cavalry units jumping out to try and kill these guys, with even a Garwood front line here to give them that space to allow all the backline, as you can see, to move forward. And now they're holding the territory which is on the flag where DS used to be, and you can see DS already going back together to try and reconsolidate on top of their territory, and then they will be coming back at them. But the BDO Alliance doing a fantastic job here, focusing down the same targets, as you can see, with multiple AoE triggers on the same units. That Nico there on the top getting triggered by the Sword Oath, as well as multiple surroundings by the mage you can see on screen, just makes it again something amazing teamwork by BDO. Just to see some artifacts in play, we just saw a time bomb, which is obviously the epic artifact, as well as the terrifying inferno, which is the infernal flame legendary artifact, which causes scorch effects, just being used, which is a lot of the ones which we always recommend for mage players to use if you're a free to play, or even if you're a low spend and you've got access to them. They're really good. So that is an amazing hold by BDO right there for the first clip, just to give you guys a little bit of information and a brief intro into the shoutcasting throughout the video. So let's go into the next footage of BDO, and here we have them all defending and building up this flag, and an immediate Thunder Rock spawn by the DS Alliance here. DS in full force on the right side, pushing together now, focusing down the Fiery Foster. BDO members here getting absolutely torched alive with the correct focused now by the BDO, but a massive AoE effect there by MP, hitting multiple units with AoE artifact triggers there, and a shadow games being used as well here. You can see the BDO Alliance doing the same tactic, already got the Thunderrock down to 50% health here, doing a great job defending their builders as much as they can. You can see BDO as well using the Kanara and Nico combo. You can see loads of Lilias and Valens for all those guys wondering what pairs to use, and just like that, the beast, which was the KFC Zinger, KFC bucket, you know, is dead. It's gone. It's been delivered to the home. You can see even trying to run away and escape, which is just what you're going to see now for the rest of this fight, when with that Thunderrock, it's going to be in and out, see if it can do something. But if it does, you're going to see it get super focused there. But BDO now holding a defensive line on the left, while the DS are holding a more two-split murder ball on the right, and they are trying to push through together here using tier of Arbons again to heal up their murder ball, while using different types of abilities. You've got Phoenix Eye, you've got Magic Bomb, even again Infernal Flame being used by the DS Magic members here. But BDO holding very strong, focusing down the same targets you can see here. And if you're wondering what targets they are focusing down, you can always see they're going for the front line, and then into the archers, and then into the closest mage unit that's at the lowest health, right? So they're always focusing down the closest enemy that's in the red. And if all of them are doing that, you've noticed them, they're getting the numbers down, and there's less and less DS members on the field. You can even see them walking home dead now. BDO holding very strong with this, again, aggressive Thunderrock push by DS. Can BDO continue to do it here? We're going to see, again, a terrifying Inferno being used on the top of the screen there by a Lilium March, helping defend from the top. It looks like BDO have done it. DS are looking like they are losing here from this amazing push again from there. And again, just to give you guys, you know, this is, again, end game almost PvP combat you are watching within Season 1. Don't get, you know, twisted. You know, this is what you guys will be doing again in the future. Don't expect it insane for you when you're in Season 1. This is the Super Server 32. It is the outlier server that everyone knows of, where all the streamers are. But with all that said, we have one more nice, amazing video clip to go over here. So now we've got another push, but instead of that side where we were at, we're now looking at the northern area just above where we were just watching, and we're watching the BDM Alliance. And this is where, I know I said BDO was where Echo is, I got it mixed up. BDO is where Mr. Chisgull is, but BDM here is where Echo is, because I remember we will be seeing him in this footage at some point from the live stream. So you've got BDM here basically defending their zone. Again, DA is part of the Dragon Alliance, the Chinese Super Alliance basically, that's come in to try and defeat BD's Familiar. So here, basically, the DA Alliance are trying to defend their alliance keep, while BDM are using their beast as well as their murder ball on the left here, with multiple marches, as you can see, even an Atheist and Craig being used in their murder ball to defend their turf. So BDM are trying to push forward again to be able to destroy this keep, because if BDM are able to destroy this keep, guys, it's going to give them a very positive field presence now, because they're going to be able to destroy the flag, which possibly is their overall aim for obviously this push. So here you can see BDM defending their builders here during this time. A really good defense by them, while obviously DA trying to push forward with their marches. But again, this is not what you want to be doing here on screen with Mr. Wu Chen. If you can see, he's walking out of the murder ball by himself. Now he's been charged and CC'd by that Behemoth, and a load of members by BDM are targeting him down, and he's slowly getting killed while not really getting really good trades here. So that is a really bad thing to do there. But the giant Behemoth, or should I say the giant bear Behemoth, is doing some work. It's staying within territory, trying to defend the builders that you can see, and that is the Beastmaster controlling it, which is, if we go into it, Mr. Kane today. So if you are watching, very good controls, to be honest, what I did watch from the live streaming of this event. But Kane here is in control of it, and you're going to see here a really good charge by the Behemoth, hitting multiple units, and just like that, the Behemoth Bear does get out. A nice little tip for you guys if you're looking to become a Beastmaster, and if you are a Beastmaster and you're looking to understand how to get the maximum out of it, a really good thing to count is the number of hits. So the bear just hit once, he hits a second time, he hits a third time, and on the fourth hit, that is him fully skilled ready. So it means the fifth hit will be the charge, which we'll see right now on screen. And just because you know that information for all the other behemoths, is going to allow you to use their skills in the open field to their maximum capabilities, right? So you can see again Kane doing some great job trying to get it back into a defensive position, and then going back to where the murder ball is getting focused down, which is the south side here. A DA trying their best, as you can see, to hold out and target down this bear. The bear is almost low, but again, the bear is a really great tank behemoth here, having almost the yellow armor you have to shred through, as well as that red HP bar that you can see that it does a lot of timing, if you could imagine, that is bought for that behemoth compared to a lot of others. So when we go now back into the open field presence, we can see DA now trying to get reconsolidation here and to defend their keep, but BDM are now feeling it. They can see the aggression from them, and you can see the number advantage almost by the BDM here. They are pushing on the south and the north of the screen. You can see in one almost line of a wall of units, which is a really nice tactic to see here, with them being able to focus down multiple units while not giving up space to obviously get countered by maybe cavalry units on the flank. So BDM doing a really good job here, again pushing against the DA. DA looking very, to be honest, weak in their numbers now. A lot of their matches in the yellow and red, even though they've just killed that behemoth, it does look really good for them. They look confident here. But just like that, they do not care. The giant is now being spawned by Kane, and BDM are ready to move forward. They are not stopping this push here. They are continuing the momentum, which is really good to see. The giant running straight in with one slam onto a unit here, and Mr. Heisenberg there, Yoda, Bugsy, you can see Huffy even, all pushing forward here together in making the front line of that murder ball move together, which is really good. And there he is, Mr. Echo Gaming, if you can spot him in the center of the screen, making an appearance in the video. Really good to see him as well on the open field, having fun again with the game. So now the giant is pushing everyone back here, and you can see BDM doing an amazing job with that push, using the advantage of that bear to weaken down that DA murder ball that you could see, while being very effective with their target prioritization, which allowed them now to summon this giant and push even more forward and gain even more land, which is allowing them to safely, as you can see now, destroy that keep, which is a very great milestone when it comes to open field advantages, and when you're looking to gain territory and basically kill another alliance there. So you can see the giant now going onto almost the edge of its area. So if you're wondering if you're controlling the beast here, you can see that big red circle right on the edge of the screen. That is the zone where the behemoth is allowed to fight up to. So you're able to drag that behemoth all the way up there and basically defend and fight if you're needed to. So that's where it's a really good position where they've targeted this flag, because it allowed them to obviously defend their own, as well as now push forward and basically take this zone. So you can see that zone control by the behemoth there is absolutely humongous. So really good, honestly positive props to the DA Alliance trying to obviously defend that, but BDM showcasing absolutely some exceptional teamwork skills there on the open field. So I hope you've enjoyed the breakdown commentary so far in the video. Remember guys, smash a like, comment and subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed it so far. I've got more footage coming your way of this fight. Obviously this is a little bit of what happened in a couple of hours, and we've got some more footage of the same day, so don't you worry. You're going to see some really nice open field combat by the BD and DA alliances here. And if you're wondering who we are going to be talking about, don't you worry, towards the end of the video we will be showcasing all the alliances here in their power, so you can see how strong everyone else is. And if you're still curious, I know other channels like Mr. Boss Nasty and some others have done a big power ranking to see where all the current servers stack up against each other, right? So right here, we're going to take notes here on what was positive from the BD Alliance. If you've enjoyed the video, this is now the summary, which is really good for you guys looking for tips and tricks. So what you saw the BD Alliance do really well was focus down the same target. And they would target in the same really weak, basically yellow to red enemy, which was allowing them to kill them really quick, get those quick merits, and focus down onto the next. It doesn't matter if you're only getting 100, 200 merits each kill, because if you're able to kill, you know, 100, 200 marches of that, it all adds up again. Because again, guys, you're using 10 stamina to try and gain as much of that beautiful merits to obviously spend on your speed ups, obviously the medical supplies to keep fighting, and everything in that regard. So it's a really good effective system that they used. You can see also the way they used their behemoths was really good. They used the bear as a main frontline tank to obviously deal with all of the damage, and then they use the giant to finish up with all the damage instead of the tankiness of it, and it allowed their murder ball to proceed forward. So it was a really good showcase again of some basically battlefield prowess by the BD familiar. So if you've enjoyed the video, smash a like, comment and subscribe. On screen is going to be the alliances on the end. You're going to see the top 4, which is what is going to be the main focus of the videos. But until the next video guys, smash a like, comment and subscribe, and stay safe, stay sneaky, and peace out.